Hey guys, welcome to day two. I want to talk about my journey to 2 million and why I'm not afraid of pullbacks in the market. So I'm just going to show you something that I've done yesterday. I went about $400,000 in cash, and my overall portfolio or net worth is about 1.4 million. So now I'm at about $400,000 in cash. And so I'm going to talk to you why I did that, and I want to show you what's going on out there today. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First, Bitcoin is a leading indicator. It's down over below 60,000. And then we have new home sales falling to 580,000 in May. This is the second monthly decline since April. And then the stock market now at extreme fear. So there's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of negativity on the market with crypto, the housing market. We have the 10-year treasury note pressure falling down. And what's interesting, though, about this is oil is falling as well, since things are looking a little bit better over with the Iran deal. And then on top of all of that, there's a lot of negativity about the typical American, the average American with income. So disposable income is at negative for the first time since 2022, which basically shows you that the average America is hurting and taking on more debt. And so that is what's going on in terms of like the highlights. But why, does this not bother me at all? So, in my journey over the last 15, 20 years to get to, $1.4 million net worth, there's been a lot of market pullbacks, right? So I started investing in 2009, right after the 2008 housing market crash, the biggest market, crash in our lifetime. I've been through tons of pullbacks, lots of different things, obviously with COVID, and then in 2022, and, a lot of that was about inflation and stagflation, and then, every single thing that's happened. But that doesn't really bother me. And the reason is because just kind of jotting down a few things here, I feel like I've already won because I don't have any debt. I came out of college, 22-year-old engineer, starting in corporate America, $30,000 in debt. And then I went in more debt buying a house and buying a car, and I had hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And now I don't have any debt at all. And so, when there's problems in the economy, like even if I lose my job or, things of that nature, my house is paid off at this point. So I'm not really worried about it too much. Valuations, they really, in terms of the market right now, they're not cheap. There are some cheap companies out there, but a lot of the tech stocks, the AI stocks, they're at all-time highs. The overall market, there's a lot of companies that have been beat up really bad, but the tech plays outside of some of the Mag 7 like Microsoft, they've been beat up pretty bad. So they're pricing in a future growth, not to mention seasonally, we're in the summer. Usually things start to kind of peak at the end of the summer in the markets, just seasonality. And then in the fall, we might have a pullback in late September and October. And so I just think valuations right now, in terms of a market pullback, is actually a good sign, a cooling off. Another thing is too, having cash on the side, $300,000, $400,000 in cash right now is not a bad plan, at least, in terms of looking for opportunity to buy the dip. If the market doesn't dip, then I'm going to, trickle back in. But if we do see, a 5, a 10% or more pullback, I'm going to be looking to put that, $400,000 and get some really good deals out there. And so having this cash on the side, it's not really a bad idea. I still believe, though, that the market long term is going to do really well. It's going to be choppy for a little while. I'm not bearish on America. I'm not predicting a crash. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging in the market. I just, in between moving things and consolidating accounts, I have some funds and I have things in cash right now. I'm still going to get 3.5% or 4% because it's sitting in a money market. But I'm looking for opportunities out there. It's a little bit risky being on the side in case the market does pull back, it does move up. But I'm willing to take that bet right now with the market being so high and valuations too. We don't know in bull markets how long they'll last, but at the end of the day, they can last for a long time. And right now, I feel like, though, in the short term, there is going to be a pullback. And so I want to have this money on the side. It does help you sleep better a little bit at night. And, you know, I don't want to be all in or all out. I didn't take everything out. It's 400,000. So those are my reasons and what I'm doing right now. Yep. So about $397,000 in this account on the side in cash, and waiting to see what the market will do. If we do get that pullback, going to be investing pretty heavily. But definitely appreciate all the folks out there. This is a new channel, obviously very, very new here, coming in at day 2, tracking the journey to 2 million. And right now, very much focused on building up the brokerage account, because that is the account that really does need a lot of attention. The retirement accounts are, pretty much set. Not going to be able to touch those for another 20 years. So now just building up the brokerage account. Emergency funds at 6 to 12 months, those are set. HSA, all of that, 529s, all of that is set in motion. So really just focusing now on the brokerage. So anyways, if you like this content and want to see more of it, drop me a like. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.